The airbrush, I did get it cleaned. Basically got it cleaned on the inside, but I never do be able to really get it clean on the outside. Cosmetically, they look well used, but internally they are pretty darn clean. So it's ready to go, and I have been using it this morning on Bella's truck. I did take some my go-to chrome here, which is natural steel, and basically got one coat of it on the back bumper. Some of the exhaust I gotta do another coat on there because it's just it's on there real light. I got the front bumper done, and it needs one more coat of that, and I'll be good to go on the bumper. The grill right here, I'm going to actually put a wash in there just to bring out the little individual squares, because it looks black here in the picture. So we'll try to simulate that as best we can. Painted the handles. There's a gas can on the other side. Gas can. The fuel lid there. Got it painted silver. Man, I had this balanced earlier. There we go. One thing I'm not going to be able to add, and that's basically the trim right there. That's probably about the only thing I won't be able to trim, but I'll get the little side paint. I know it's not totally, 100% accurate, but I'll get that painted, and that's pretty much about it. And then I took Mig's olive grum here, which is about the closest green I could find for the green tarp. Then I started airbrushing the tarp and basically trying to outline it. I did get a little bit of overspray, which I'm going to have to take which is what I'll do is take a little more red, and I'll airbrush some red on there so it'll get it a little more weathered. I did take some more red though. I just took straight out of the bottle here and painted it. I don't know if you can actually see the different panels from the distance. It should give it a little bit of a shadowing effect and just kind of not rusted out but more faded it, is what I was trying to do. Anyway, I got to do some more olive grum on the tarp there, and that'll be pretty much done. I just got to finish painting the bumper and all that stuff, and then seal it, and then we'll be good to go. The GTX, I just kind of tested it just a tad. It is the correct color. I'm going to go ahead and primer it. I'm going to do that today, but I did get the paint in from paintscratch.com, and if we're going to do 1971 Dodge Butterscotch. So that's the color we are going to do. So I'm going to primer it first, but I'll probably paint it today, but we'll do it this afternoon because it is 64 degrees outside right at the moment, and I just can't really paint inside closed. That's one of the few paints in this world that actually needs to be well ventilated. I'll tell you that. It's excellent paint, but it needs to be well ventilated. So that's my game plan today. Hopefully I can get that accomplished. So you may not see the primer stage, but you probably will see the paint stage. Hopefully. That's the game plan on that. So we're just down to painting the body on the GTX. The Martin MBT1. I really didn't get to start. One thing this kit is missing is the instructions, which I can probably go find it if I really looked and asked. But there's another kit coming, because on the I don't know if I can show you without dropping everything. Where's a good picture? Here, we'll do it upside down. The MBT, the bomber version, actually has 4 wheels, so we're going to take 2 kits and kit bash the 4 wheels and whatever else we need. So I'll use the instructions out of that kit to build the kit, and we'll be good to go on it. I did start there to get one of the engines. This is one of those that you gotta, it's an old kit, so that means you're going to have a little flash. Parts ain't going to fit too well, but that's not a big deal. One thing I'm going to have to do is, once you glue it, you got to clamp it down and just saturate it with glue, and then it's just going to be a lot of sanding and getting the rough spots up. But I did get one engine somewhat assembled. just piecing it out. I think I got it right. I'm going to leave that part off till I get the instructions to make damn sure that I did. And what I'm going to probably do is I'm probably not going to use any, I hate to say it, red putty. I really, more and more, I keep wanting to go back to the old school ways. And, oh, come on now. Oh, I can't do it with my arthritic fingers. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Not strong with the left hand, strong with the right hand. I think what I'm going to do is use styrene liquid putty. And then that's just a broken sprue in a jar with MEK, and basically, you know, about a quarter of MEK, and I just put a bunch of sprue in there until it dissolved it. And where's me a good there's an old brush. You can you know, you can sculpt with it and use this as a filler, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I think it to me, and more I keep going back to it, I think it actually sands smoother than the red putty. But there is uses for red putty, and you know, squadron putty and all the other putties. I mean, there's uses for it. I ain't dogged it because there's times I have to have it, but I think for plastic kits, I'm going to start going more and more doing the styrene putty is the way I like to call it. But anyway, I did that a couple weeks ago. Just let it sit and dissolve, and I always try to get the odd color styrene. Like I would use the yellow from the GTX kit. I always, you know, most everyone would use like white or dark green. Try to use odd colors, just makes it where you can see it when you apply the putty to the kit. But anyway, I want to try to do that once I get most of that assembled. But I got a couple more pictures I got to dig out or print out so I can see what. If there's any more changes to the torpedo one. And I got to track down a torpedo that goes on the bottom, so we'll get that going fairly soon. I forgot, Crazy Horse. I started putting lights in it. Got the got one in the cell lit up. It's basically 3 LEDs. A lot of people ask me you know, EL wire or a light strip. Light strip, it's one of those that I won't use because every time I use it, I never can get them to work right, and they work half-ass, and I just always had problems with it. I don't know if it's probably just me, but all I do is take 3 or 4 LEDs, put some epoxy glue in there, and once you get the clear part on, get it frosted, everything, you won't see like 3 spots. It'll be an even glow, so that works out just fine. And for you know, starship building, you don't have to be, you know, too elaborate. For the main saucer here, I got most of everything on. I'm still tinkering with the navs and all that, and I gotta, you know, get them blinking and all that good stuff. And then the impulse engine, let me get the, you know, got the impulse lit, and then I'll put some more, not bright whites, but more lights in there to get the windows lit and all that. But anyway, that's where I stand on it. So hopefully I'll be ready to do more as time permits. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today. We are doing the Crazy Horse. Painting Bella's track, getting ready to paint the GTX, and we're starting the MTB-1 bomber there. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.